Welcome to the unboxing of the laser blade or Emblaser desktop laser cutter. It was kickstarted. Link will be in the show notes. It's from Darkly Labs. Now, just for information before I actually open it up, Dark Labs were upfront about the Kickstarter being late in delivery. My own one, which is the A3 kit, was scheduled in Kickstarter for September 2014. I didn't receive it until the first week of January 2015. This is not a bad mark against Darkly Labs. I would prefer a quality product delivered late than a crap product delivered on time. And Kickstarter is all about kickstarting quality products. Of course, only a quarter of Kickstarters actually deliver on time, so Darkly Labs are hitting with 3/4 of the Kickstarters delivering after the date, so that's a good thing. Now, Darkly Labs did put out on their forum, on their Kickstarter page, that they would start posting internationally and domestically to Australia, because they're based in Melbourne, Australia, on the 5th of January. I received mine on the 9th of January. Now, I'm probably somewhere in the middle of the list, so that's about right. I wouldn't expect to be at the top because I'm in the same city. Definitely not, unless I was one of the first ones, which I wasn't, so not a problem. But some other information. I got the email to say that my login to the forum, I got that at 1:10 in the morning, Melbourne time, on the 9th. I received my key for the software at 3:52. I received my parcel tracking from Australia Post at 6:42, and then they delivered it at my door at 8:32 in the morning, and then I got the parcel note to say that my parcel was delivered by 8:34. So, great works Australia Post for the delivery on time. Okay, we're about to start opening. Some other information. This is the A3, either referred to as a laser blade or the Emblaser, which is their trademark. The A3 package is 64 centimeters by 55 centimeters by 11 centimeters. According to the weight here, it's listed as being 8 kilos. Okay, let's start opening it up. No damages on the box. The box is fairly hefty. There's no damage on the box, so that's a good thing. Oh! Lots and lots of peanuts. Whoa! Those are a lot of peanuts. Okay, my serial number, which I shall hide. Safety checklist. Oh, very nice. And our pass checklist. And there is my invoice. Have pass to check off as we go. Holy moly. I'm going to get another box to put these peanuts in. I will probably speed the video up, getting all the peanuts out. Peanuts as I go. first things first. Let's start with the checklist. Okay, well, first mistake I found on the checklist is that it is a generic checklist. Yep. I actually ordered extra safety goggles because if I ever have someone across who wants to see it going, I will have safety goggles to go with it. The checklist only lists one, but in my invoice it has the extra one purchase in there. So the checklist is only for the base kit, not any extras so far. Alright, what have we got here? Let's check that one off. Protection. So, power. Power supply. Power supply, there we go. For US Australia plug, and it had Australia plug. Because I'm in Melbourne, the same city as Darkly Labs. Which also means that I probably get some good local support, hopefully. We'll see. What have we got here? We have some electronics. Okay. Emblaser Revision 1. Motherboard. Laser control unit with micro switch and micro switch PCB. That's the micro switch PCB, and the 2 stepper motor drivers. Yep, that's it. That is the PCB and micro switch. And the other micro switch. That's all 3 micro switches. All in the same plastic bag. I'm not going to open it, but there we go. The other micro switches. Quite good quality stuff. I do plan to do a construction video, hopefully, unless someone else beats me to it. Alright, oh. USB cable, standard. Alright, those are 2 stepper motors. You can see the head for the stepper motors there. And there's the stepper motor information there, so they're 2 off. Yep. Electronics. Definitely well packed. Also a sign of a good company. What have we got here? laser head? Yes, that's the laser itself. Yep, that's the laser. The mounting block with the cables and everything. Put that back. Laser off. So, peanuts. These peanuts get everywhere. Looking if they don't contribute to the weight. Okay. Alright. We have here a big bag to go through. That is the chassis top. Alright. And they're the linear rods, 1, 2, 3, 4 linear rods. Linear rods, linear rail for laser, times 2, and linear rods for gantry. Okay. That's for one of the set of the rods, and then go on the other one. Okay. Alright, so I'm missing a few things. Missing quite a few things. Okay. Alright. How long are these rods? They are 50 centimeters and 40 centimeters. Ah, I see. Okay. It's unclear which rods they're listed as them in the packing as thing else. It was unclear whether or not which one was the A3, which one was the A4. So, yes and yes. Because they've listed the A3 and the A4 parts in the same container, in the same checklist point. So it was confusing to think that it's actually meant to be 8 rods instead of 4. It's actually 4 rods. The A3 versions have 40 centimeters and 50 centimeter rods. The A4 version has 32 centimeters and 37.5 centimeter rods. Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that. Alright, so next, that is the base. One huge base. It only lists base plate A4. It doesn't list a base plate for A3. Interesting. Alright, this is the electronic filament. Really, 720 centimeters, that's about right. Okay, software. So we have, let's see now, laser cut, software disk, yes, and the pick software, yep, control panel label, what have we got in here? And we're back. I just have to plug in the power supply to the camera. Let's check what we've got in here. Alright, so, let's see first. This is the A3 timing belts. Well, that's interesting. On this checklist, there's nothing in the checklist about the timing belts. Belt pulley, belt retention clip, corner gantry, linear bearings, rails. Oh my, really? Yes, there is. Found it. 2 meters long. I'm assuming they are. They say A3. I'm not going to take them out and measure it. The graphic in the checklist. It's the second from the top. It actually looks like threaded rods. Oh, okay. This is a 3D printed with the Darkley Labs logo. This would be the laser guide, just to make sure you've got the right height. I can't actually see it there. The Darkley Labs symbol is not there, but on the inside it is. It's perfect. Is assuming cover for the PCB. Yep. have here the four corners. Plastic still. 3D printed. Really fine layer height. Okay, definitely they're not injected molded or anything. They're 3D printed. Very nicely done. Solid. They're the four corners. Four corners. Printer chassis four corners. Whatever this landing thing is. Oh, there it is. The plastic FFC laser support. One of. Peanuts, good. Alright, next is, let's see now. Here we go. No. Left gantry and right gantry sides. Already assembled, 3D printed. The threaded rods there, not threaded rods, the supports. I presume that is for the 3D printer head, because I imagine this goes that way, back and forth, left and right. Neat, actually, it has left and right. Print it on them. Right. Let's see here. We've got a whole lot of small lot of plastic parts. Now, smaller. Alright, so let's see. That is again 3D printed. Some of these 3D prints have hairs still on them, but that's good. You can definitely see the good quality. Alright, so plastic linear rail brackets. Ah, that's for the end. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's correct. Got here are plastic chassis support brackets. 4 of. Yep. So they go back into the bag. Oh, here we go. Plastic motor brackets. 2. Alright, cables. Motor cable left 40 millimeters. So 4 wires, 400 millimeters, so 40 centimeters. Okay. Stepper motor, stepper motor cable 15 centimeters. Okay, that's a 15 centimeter cable. And just 40 centimeters. Let's have a look. Yep, 40 centimeter cable. 2 off. Getting close to finishing off the front. one fan, 12 volt, I'm assuming this is a 12 volt fan, yes it is, 12 volt, 50 centimetres, 50 millimetres, saying centimetres, 50 millimetre fan. One there off. Alright, that gets all the electrics and a lot of mechanicals away. I can tell you now, there's going to be a few parts missing, so I'm going to flick off an email shortly to Darkley Labs. I can already see that by the checklist. Alright, we've got 6 bearings, linear, yep, those are those ones, 6 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there are lots and lots of little ones. How many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Little bearings. Pulley bearings, it says 16, so I counted wrong. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Definitely counted wrong here. There. Oh no, there's 16 bearings there. 16 of the bearings for the belt pulley. Correct. They're really, really tiny. They're listed as being 10 millimeters by 6 millimeters by 3 millimeters. Alright, we have, oh okay, it's nice. We have a small amount of super lube. Synthetic grease with PTFE. Yep. We have hex tools. Whoa. 3 hex tools. 1.5mm, 2.5mm, and 3.5mm. Oh. Safety label. I might have got the right picture before. Yep. No? Alright, so got the 3 tools. We also have the focus tool, anodized aluminium focus tool, one of, which is that strange metal shape there. Okay. Sorry if you can't really see it, but alright. Pulleys and bearings. Alright, so we've got motored pulley GT to 16T. I'm assuming those are it. They're actually metal. Then there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Yep. Belt pulley, plastic belt pulley, 8 of. Those right there, they're just printed like bobbins from a sewing machine. Lots and lots and lots of different screws, nuts and bolts and washers. I am not going to count all those. They listed as being M3s. So I'm just going to tick off all the M3s in here, because they're listed as being M3 12 cap. Sorry, M3 by 12, no, M3 12mm cap head bolts. 34 of those. They're not in there. Can't be right. Actually, I'm going to count these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's 34 there, and 8 of the long ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, definitely there. So we've got those. 26 washers, I would say they're there. 24 nuts, I would definitely say they were there as well. Okay. Alright, so worst things worst, M3 nuts and M3 washers, go down to Bunnings. Alright, those are all the M3s. Okay, these are the miscellaneousness stuff. Okay, we've got, I'm guessing they might be the nylon spacers. Nylon spacers for the pulleys, 8. 2, 3, 4. Yep, 8 nylon spacers. PCB spacers, 10mm PCB spacers for Emblaser PCB mounting board. Yep, they're just standard spacers with, you know, the clip-ins, that little arrow clip-ins. Here we go. See if we can focus on that. There we go. Basically, they're PCB board risers. If anybody's ever built a 3D a PC case and everything themselves, put it together themselves, you know what the risers are. Okay. Alright, this is something else but 3D printed. Not as tidy as the other ones, different colour plastic in fact. All the other stuff is printed in black. This is printed in white. I mean, it still looks good, but you compare it to the other ones and I mean the bottom is really mirrored finish. It's squashed around really, and you can actually see it squashed out of the bottom. Look, one part, I'm not fussed. As long as it's not percent critical. It's the plastic laser support clip. Laser FFC support clip. One of. So who knows, it might be critical. Alright. Ugh. This is really hodge. I might have to get the designer download and reprint this part because it is. I hope you can see that. Alright, you can see the edge. It's a bit nasty. And this clip is the belt retention clip. Ooh. It is. You can see drags from the print head with each layer. Alright. I imagine they printed like a batch of 30 of those at a time, which is probably counts for whites. Got the drags on it. That's all the first page. All the second page. Alright. We now have rubber feet. Yay! Guess what? These are not printed. Which I suppose they're actually made of rubber. I can actually flex them. So unless they printed them out of, Philly Flex or one of those ones. Okay, definitely rubber. 4 off. Four. We're getting close here. Okay, last lot. A whole lot more. Oh my, here we go. Grub nuts, grub screws. Should have definitely got some grub screws here, but there's nothing on the checklist that would appear to be the grub screws. I'm presuming it's for something to hold something in place. Okay. I assume the grub screws are for the teeth. Yep, there's the 2 grub screws. Lack of sin. There's 2 grub screws, but they're definitely not on the checklist. Okay, so we have, these are the M4s, because it's listed as being M4, M5 and M6. Oh, actually, the grub screws. Yeah, really bad label. The grub screws are listed as being the motor pulley set screw, which I assume goes into the gear teeth. The graphic does not have any threading on them, but it does have the hex and the scissors being 2 of. I know them as grub screws because they look like, you know, small grubs. These are the M4 12mm. No, these are the M6s. Yeah, these are the M6 20mm shoulder bolt. No, they aren't, because it says there's 8 of these. There's 4 of those. Alright, there's 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there are 8 of these. M6 20mm 3 centimeters. No, 15. Okay, well that's interesting. They're listed as being M6. Okay. 4. Okay, these are listed as being M4. I'm assuming they're M4s. 12mm cap head bolts. They actually measure out to 15mm with the cap, which I assume is 3mm. 8 of those in the list. So I'm assuming that's these. Okay. Now, yes, alright. That's why. Back here, there was the printed items with bolts already inserted. There's actually a note against this. 4 bolts have already been inserted into the gantry carriage, which leaves 4 more bolts, which is correct. Okay, there is actually a double asterisk there to say that there is a note. So, they're not wrong. It's just my eyes. Well, my eyes are actually pretty good. I don't need glasses, so. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 self-tap 16mm screws. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. Okay, crazy. 5. Huh. It's definitely 5. M5 hexed flanged lock nuts. There are 5 of these here. Yet it's listed as only being 4. It says M5 lock nuts. M5 5. I've got more. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 8mm self-tap screws. Check. M4 flat nuts. Check. M4 flat nuts. Oh, okay, so we've got M5 washers and M4 washers. Okay. So let's see now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 washers of each. Alright, we are missing a few things from the checklist. I will also have to go back and check. To see if things that are listed on this are an optional add-on, because it is unclear in this checklist. Anyway, so the things that are missing. They are listed. Because we have the base. There is nothing more in the box. We are empty. The base has nothing attached to it. So the things that are missing, that are not included, that are listed on the checklist, are the polycarbonate chassis front, the polycarbonate chassis rear, the polycarbonate chassis sides ×2. We have the polycarbonate chassis top. It was also unclear, it's listed here in the miscellaneous, which I could not find, was safety label, adhesive safety label. So unless they were talking about this is not adhesive, this is just a print. Nothing here in the... Okay, so before I start the assembly, I will contact Darkly Labs. I'll also update the show notes with the response about the missing items. The missing items are listed as being EM0051, EM0053, EM0055. Okay, so now I pack all this back up and send off a few emails. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any comments, please leave them below, and I'll see about getting a response. Thank you. Continuing from yesterday's video where I unboxed this, I sent an email off to Darkly Labs, and they were very helpful. My invoice list of the things that were missing, I sent through to them, and they came back and advised me that the control panel label and the safety label are pre-fastened or pre-attached to the print top. And after peeling back, they are correctly secured onto the device. The reason why I didn't notice it was because the plastic was reapplied to cover the polycarbonate. And as most people who have ever used polycarbonate, the rule is that you don't take the plastic off until you've finished attaching it securely, because the plastic saves any scrapes and scratches, etc., that you might get when building with polycarbonate. you don't want to scratch stuff, do you? So that's why you leave it on, which is why I didn't notice it. So thumbs up to the labels which were not missing. However, the other parts were still missing. And after emailing back to them about those details, they got back to me and they shipped me the missing parts, and I got them the next day. So here it is, Tuesday, the 13th of January 2015, the day after I unboxed this, and here are the parts. Very well secured and done up. And a nice business card as well. Okay. The addressing label. Okay, so we have the missing parts. So I'm guessing those two. Okay, those two are the sides. Yep. And these are this would be the front. This is the front connector cover. Whatever the front is. I think this is the front up here. And this is the rear cover where the fan goes. Your cabling for out of your motherboard through to your motors. I assume that's where they go. So that is it, the last part. All this frame, on the thing is, that's the plastic protection for the polycarbonate. So, yes, these edges are fairly sharp. So, possibly during the construction videos I might do a quick file or sandpaper to smooth them down for safety reasons, but that's then. Anyway, so after all that, I got the parts I needed. Thank you, Darkly Labs, and we are good to go. So now I'll edit off this video and go from here. Thank you very much.